Let's talk some golf right now with the six-time major champion back here on the Rich Eisen Show quadcast, and he is part of the Golf Channel coverage of the United States Open from Winged Foot. We are thrilled to have six-time major champion Sir Nick Faldo here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, sir?
Great. Hey, Rich. Great. I'm actually out on the golf course. I'm with the groundskeeping team, and they're still filling in your 108 divot.
You're referring to what I just said on the Peacock stream, is that I did shoot a 108, but it's been about, my gosh, it's been about 15, 20 years, though, Nick. I hope
and
somebody...
The divots are still fresh.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure. So how does the course look? Beautiful? Ready to roll?
It is great. I mean, because obviously it's very weird that there's nobody out here. You can stop and have another lovely chat with Rory McIlroy on the fifth hole, and of course, nobody out here, so you get a good look at the rough. It's narrow, extremely narrow. I mean, the sixth fairway is exactly 20 yards wide, so it's going to be a bit. And the breeze is up. I'm hiding behind some kind of oak tree.
Okay.
And so to get out the wind for you.
I appreciate that. So. This course, your history with it, walk us through your memories of playing at Winged Foot, Nick.
This was my very first U.S. Open back in 1984, and my great memory, I played my first practice round, and I played with Jack. And we went up the first, and this would give these kids a laugh,
sure.
And Jack gets his old scorecard out, and he's got written on it, oak tree left, lined up with, a seagull on the right. And so that's how we did our yardages. It was hilarious. There's the great Jack. It's how times have changed. Now they've got fancy green books with percentage slopes and yardages of every single sprinkler head. So that was my very first U.S. Open.
Well,
coming
at Baltusrol in New Jersey, where, by the way, that they played it 6 times. This is the 6th time that it's going to be at Winged Foot. And you referred to 1984. That's when Fuzzy Zeller won at Winged Foot.
Yeah.
So is it going to be? He was 4 under, and then 10 years before that, Hale Irwin at the Massacre, the so-called Massacre, 7 over. What do you think is the number for the 2020 U.S. Open at Winged Foot, Nick?
Well, at the moment, the greens are a little bit receptive, so that all depends if they, really dry them out. But if they get firm, like when Jeff Ogilvy won, they were pretty firm. So. The rough is thick. You're just going to chop it out. It's got to be over par. It's got to be over par again. I can't see how it could be under par.
And do you think this is yet another tournament for Dustin Johnson to lose the way that he's playing?
No, never quite that easy.
Right.
On this kind of test. But sure, he must come in feeling good. I had a nice chuckle when Claude Harmon was talking about he's got a driving iron in the bag, which he can hit 285, 290. We never got that far with our drivers, so which is pretty hilarious. So if he plays smart, I think everybody's goal is they're going to look down each hole and say, right, how and what do I use to get it on the fairway? It is a priority. You go in the rough. If you don't get a lie, then you're just going to be really smart, move it up the fairway, anything from 50 to 100 yards in the right place, and then leave a really smart third. And, that's how you're going to have to plot your way around. As you know, these greens, the crumbs, they are unbelievably undulating. They're like taking a links green and all the surroundings and just squashing it into the size of a green. So everything is difficult here. That's the bottom. The only thing which would probably be very nice is the weather. Weather should be great. The breeze just got up right now, so if they get that, then it will be it'll be some test.
A few minutes left here with Sir Nick Faldo, who's literally out on the course there at Winged Foot, which is going to be the home of the 2020 United States Open, which you can see on NBC Sports on Peacock, which is where you can see the Rich Eisen Show every day. What is your sense of Tiger Woods heading into this? Obviously, that is top of mind for so many people who might be just surfing in to watch this tournament. Nick?
Yeah, I've been watching all the swings, all the... on Twitter, everything. It looks like he's just doing everything like in slow motion to keep things in control. That's number one priority for him. In the past, he's missed way too many fairways, and that's been a problem. And the putter is gone a bit cold. Looks like he's changed the putting grip, the grip on the putter rather. So always tinkering with it, but you've got to feel that there's too many youngsters now. I mean, he's actually half his age that don't fear Tiger anymore. And Tiger will have a tough time if he hits in the rough around here.
It's been a long while, Nick, obviously, but when we're starting to talk about Tiger getting up in years and young guys not afraid of him anymore, who do you refer to, I guess, specifically when leaps to mind for you?
Well, a lot of them. I mean, the favorites this week, a lot of people choosing Schauffele. John Rahm is playing great. He's got a very consistent all-round game. I mean, so there's plenty of them. There's plenty of these kids are coming out now in the under 25. Look what Justin Thomas is doing as well. It's a good test for him. You send it on the left-hand side of these fairways and feed a little fade back into play. That definitely looks like that's the shot for me off the tee. That would be how I would look at this golf course.
All right, and before I let you go, Nick, who's the guy that you think's going to win? Who's hoisting on Sunday? Who's hoisting on Sunday?
I don't know whether to go for an outside shot or the obvious names. Maybe one of those three I mentioned. Dustin Johnson or Rahm. Obviously plays really great. And who did I have as my dark horse pick? It was a young Englishman by Matt Fitzpatrick. Been playing very nicely on tough golf course. So you never know. He could be a name that we're not thinking of, and somebody gets a chance to play under the radar. If you can go under the radar for the first couple of days completely, it could be very advantageous.
Right now, Nick, before again I let you go, we're showing a photograph of you wearing your green jacket. Do you have it somewhere, or is it at Augusta?
No, the green jackets have to stay.
They do
at Augusta, at the club, and the only jacket that's allowed to leave is obviously the champion's jacket.
Right.
You carry that for a year, and then you bring it back, and so it's a nice feeling. I can tell you when I return to Augusta to the Masters and go to my locker. Usually when I open it up now, there's 3 green jackets sitting there because luckily I've got bigger over the years.
Yes.
So,
okay. So
this is very advantageous. So I can actually look at 3 jackets and then I pick one and then they put the other ones away.
Okay.
So it's a nice feeling, as you can imagine.
Sure, I'm sure. But in the years where you were allowed to take it out, where's the spot that you wore it outside?
I did. It wasn't like these kids who go wear it, to Super Bowls or get married in it or anything like.
Right.
I wore it to one TV show.
Okay.
And of course the British press made a big fuss about that and they tried to get me into trouble. And so I put it in the closet and that was it. I never went out in it.
Never.
So didn't even go down the pub.
Never. So, not even down because that would be just great. Just walking in like, how you doing? Like just walking and seeing all the guys.
Yeah, just go down the jogging jacket in my green jacket, and and get to have a pint with the lads. No, I don't think that was me.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Well, enjoy this week at Winged Foot. Obviously, so many people working so hard to make sure that this was going to go off after being postponed from the summer. Enjoy it. What a beautiful spot that is. I can't wait to watch it on TV with you.
Yeah, it will look great. So and the production crews, the USGA and obviously NBC, what they've done to make this all happen is pretty darn impressive. So it will go, and nobody will know the difference apart from the lack of 50,000 fans out here.
I hear you, Nick. Thanks again. Appreciate it. You may duck out from behind the tree and go roam about the course.
Yeah, I should go and roam the back 9 now.
Go for it. You got it. Take care, Nick. You be well.
Thanks.
You got it. That's Sir Nick Faldo joining us from the course. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.